Hi friends, I am Shravana and welcome back to my channel Sparkling Future. Today we will discuss about MSCK repair command in Hive. Before starting with today's topic, I request all of you to subscribe to my channel and also please like, share, comment and hit the bell icon for the latest video notifications. Thank you. So let's say after creating Hive table, there is some change in the underlying HDFS data due to newly added data or some partitions might have removed from HDFS. In such cases, when you query the Hive table, select star from the table name, you will get an error saying that the table has been modified recently and you need to refresh the table. This issue usually happens when you query from Spark Shell. And why this issue happens is Hive usually stores this list of partitions in its metastore. If any changes done in HDFS path, because this HDFS, this Hive table means they will be built on top of some data which is located in HDFS or somewhere else. So every Hive table will have one underlying HDFS path. So if any changes done to this HDFS path directly, not through the Hive commands, directly we can say Hadoop HDFS rm-r command and you have deleted a partition or something, then Metastore will not know about these changes. So we have to sync the Metastore with the modified HDFS data. Then only you can query the Hive table. Query the Hive table means you can do select star from the Hive table. So we can do this manually. This syncing of HDFS data and the Metastore, Hive Metastore, the sync we can do manually using MSCK repair command. Here MSCK means Metastore check command. So the syntax of the MSCK command is MSCK repair table, table name, and these are the add drop sync partitions are the other parameters to this command. So by default it takes add partitions. So if you are adding the partitions, then no need to mention anything after the table. For example, MSCK repair table and you can mention your table. You have to mention database name dot table name and then semicolon because it's Hive. Okay. And similarly, if you wanted to drop the partitions, you can do the drop partitions, and last one instead of drop you put this sync partitions. Okay, MSCK repair table database name dot table name drop partitions. Similarly, the same thing sync partitions. If you are adding, no need to mention because by default it adds the partition. Usually when you wanted to refresh the table, you just give this one MSCK repair table my Hive table. So just for showing you the demo, right, I actually don't have Hadoop installed in my local machine, so I am giving these steps. Do this on your test machines and let me know if you are facing any issues. So first one is create a data frame. Create a data frame with some HDFS command. You will have HDFS data, right? From there you create a data frame like spark.read.csv. Give the option if it has the header already and the load command for giving the CSV. You can directly do .csv and the path as well. Once you do that, you can check this way whether the data frame is properly created or not. And once you have this data frame, you write this as a Hive table. So the data frame which we created on the above step dot write dot mode as override. If you don't want to overwrite, you can ignore this one, and any format Parquet, Avro, ORC, CSV, anything you can mention in this format option. Then mention on which you wanted to do the partition. Here MSCK repair mainly we are checking for the partitions, right? So make sure that you have the data which can be partitioned. So for example, here I have some data where customer number, card type, date, category, transaction type and amount. I have these many columns in the data. So I can do based on the card type also, or category or transaction type, whatever it is. Okay, I mean we have to have some data where we can do some partitions. Then perform this partition and mention the column name under the partitions by option, and then save as table, give your table name, database name dot your table name. Once you do that, you can verify that by using this command, spark.sql select star from database name dot table name, which we have given in this right step, and dot show of 10. It will return the data for you. And once you have it, this is how we can check the underlying path location of the table in PySpark. So spark.sql describe formatted database name dot table name and show. Once you have it, here you will have this location. You can mention truncate equal to false, think cluster is yet to start, that's fine. Okay, this is just for your understanding, I'm just showing you. So once you do that, it will give the location. If at all it's not showing, you can use this command where spark.sql describe formatted and database name dot table name, and filter it with the column name location. That's where we will have the location of the hrefs path, the file, underlying file. Then do collect and data type. This way you can get the file path, and I am printing this file path, and you can see here some path is returned here because this is where I have stored in this Databricks. Control Z also, yeah, working. But here when you do this, you should be getting some hrefs path because you will try all these things in the Hadoop cluster, Spark cluster okay. Or directly also you can try it, no need to try through Spark job. Okay, you create a table and you create some Hive table in directly Hadoop cluster. You delete, you go to that underlying location, here you will get the location of the table, right? If you have some sample table also, you can directly get this location. You go there, you remove one partition manually by using Hadoop href Hadoop fs minus rm minus r and give the path. It will remove the entire folder. And once you do that, then try to do the same thing, like select star from the table. It will give you some error. Here for me, I don't have that Hadoop installed, right? So I am not getting error actually. That's why I am giving you the steps. You try that out and then let me know. So once once you see that error, then create the data frame, save the data frame as Hive table with partitions, get the location of the Hive table, remove one of the partitions from the hrefs location, query the table, verify the error. Okay, it will say refresh. So you can do refresh table and table name as well from Hive. Instead you can do this MSK repair, because when you are doing manually you can do refresh, but when it's something is happening from through Spark job, the Spark job is modifying some partitions of the Hive table, then in the job itself you need to make sure that the MSK repair should be done. So in such cases, wherever you are modifying the partitions, after that have a call to do this MSK repair table name. Once you can do the same thing. Okay, caps are small, it doesn't matter, and give the database name dot table name here and execute it. Now you will be able to see the data properly. So this is how you can test this MSK repair. What it will do is, it will see what are the partitions available in hrefs and in the Hive table metastore, and it will sync the partitions. And also in this command, if you don't want to repair and you just wanted to see the mismatch of the table, you just do MSK and the table name. It will show you the mismatched data between the metastore and the hrefs location. So this is how we can work with partitions, Hive partitions, and we can do manual repair as well. And similar to MSK repair, there is something called as recover partitions. There is another function available. And this MSK repair, if you trigger through Spark job also, in the logs you can see it is again internally calling that recover partitions function only. So you can either use this or that, both are same. you have these two functions to use from Spark Job. So please try this out and let me know if you have any questions or if you are facing any issues. But you should be clearly able to see the repaired partitions after using this MSCK repair option. This is also one of the most frequently asked Spark interview question. Hope this is useful to you friends. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting learnings. Thank you.